Hello. Bienvenidos. It's Saturday, and the last time I filmed was Thursday of last week. That sickness just kind of kept lingering, and then it got really cold, and I was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go full rogue. We're gonna go dark. We're gonna like burn a fire at all times in the fireplace, not just because we're raging. And it was a glorious week. And so now I'm finally feeling prepared to pick back up the camera again. I have my face slathered in Crunchy Girl products. I got a couple new products recently and I am obsessed in love. It's a company that I've been following for a long time, and I've purchased some of their products in the past, but this time I took the plunge and bought some skincare stuff. And I'm so happy with it, so I can't wait to show you what it is. But I figured I'd just say hi, and I'm not gonna lie, I have these packages that I've been not opening because I told myself I'd do them on camera, and then they've sat there for 3 or 4 days now. So in order to keep a promise to myself, let's go open them. So whether it was in the last clip or the last video, I don't know because I haven't actually sat down to edit it yet. I told you that we had pantry moths and maybe a mouse or 7. So we need to come up with new food storage containers because what we currently have is not serving us. So I got some of these, and then I got, trying to avoid, oh, there's no picture on the outside of this one. Then I got some larger ones that we can store bulk items like flour. I've got a lot of arborio rice. We've got a lot of jasmine rice that need containers as well. So I'm just gonna play a little bit of shuffle. Oh, and these are tall enough that they'll fit over there. I already pre-measured to where I usually keep my flour. So that'll be really nice, and I like that they have hopefully really easily accessible tops. And then I can fulfill my dream of putting a little tension rod up there and like a little tea towels as curtains to like hide them, but at least they'll all fit together. So by my measurements, I can fit 3 of the big ones over there, or maybe 2. I don't know, let's find out. This is my current setup. I have the 3-gallon of sea salt. That's probably, it's not all the way full anymore, but I think I still have more in the pantry. I bought like, I don't know if it's 25-pound or 50-pound bag of sea salt. It was Azure. Azure made me do it. And then I have a whole wheat bread flour, and then I think that's empty or might have a little bit of unbleached all-purpose flour. And then there's another bucket over there that is now serving as like our Berkey holding spot. So I just want this cleaner, you know? I just want to be able to enjoy looking at this space, and I want to feel more organized because did I already get stuff in my, I already got stuff in my brand new pants. That's fantastic. Because you can't fit 3 in here neatly. It really juts out. Are you going outside? Are you going outside? Outside to play? You should go see Dad out front.
She's a cuter outfit.
I don't know. You kind of slay. Oh my goodness. Hey, cowboy.
Ooh, those are bigger than I expected.
I actually want to do it around the handle because then they're like really hard to get out. But are these gonna be beautiful? I'm gonna put the flour in these. Over there, but under that.
Oh, there's parts inside.
I know, so there's 2 of them. What do you think those parts are for down there?
Oh, moving it around?
Comes with wheels! But Dad's waiting on your help, so you can't stay in here and help me with it. Something goes in the lid right here. I kind of appreciate that's a little hard to close and open, because then it's not gonna pop open on its own, you know?
Yeah. Oh.
Ah!
Oh, yeah. That's smooth.
That is satisfying!
You gotta get the other one done too.
No, you gotta go back outside and hold down with the conduit. Don't leave it. Leave it. You big old ham.
Oh.
What do you think? Is that cool? I think Dada's gonna like these. Daddy likes organizational stuff, huh? No, go please, watch out.
Is there more?
She's putting her face directly in the camera.
Oh yeah, there is a small one. Can we put together?
You wanna help me? Push that over there.
Wait.
Push that over there. Push it. Look at this, Silas. I can't put a curtain on it though, they're too deep. At least it looks nicer. So they're definitely too deep for me to put a curtain there, but I do think that they look quite a bit better than the 5-gallon buckets. Maybe it's because my husband's in construction, but I always associate 5-gallon buckets with like garage. So it's never serving. It's never fun. And who knows, maybe I'll come back through and spray paint these if I get really obsessive about it. Probably not. I'm probably gonna stay like this. But either I didn't measure right or I plan on having 2 here. I don't know, I didn't write my thoughts down. That's why. But these 2 fit here perfectly. Well, I mean, there's a generous gap, so I'm wondering if 2 of the small ones will fit right there. And yes, you will notice that we caved because we realized that the rubber bands could only get us so far with a 20-month-old, and finally bought some of these bad boys. The difference between your first and your 4th is wild. But I'm feeling a little convicted. It's a box of candles, in case anyone's wondering. Like, I should be cleaning this. I'm 90% positive, well, I know the trim was never painted. That's just a prime trim. The shoe trim there at the bottom, the little shoe molding, because that's meant to kind of eat up the gap in case, you know, you weren't exactly good with your cuts around the edge. So a lot of this is stained, or stuff is stuck to it because you're supposed to put paint on it so it can kind of like clean up really easily. But for the baseboards, I'm pretty sure those are painted. Actually, they might not have been. Some of them are like real sketch looking. This was a flipped house, in case you missed that part. And then we just got a couple of dead homies hanging out. So I'm thinking I should come through and clean this up real quick. Vacuum, probably clean out all back in here before I even put flour in these, because although they have wheels and like a little handle right here, I'm obsessed. Like, look at this. Look at that. That's great. This will be the reward filling these up, so I need to tend to the yuck part first. But I do have a couple of non-toxic hacks that we're gonna try to get this cleaned up. First things first, before I do anything else, I could arguably vacuum back in here, but to me it looks like a lot of the stuff in the corner is pretty much stuck on there. I'm gonna go in with one of my dry terry cloth towels. I live by these, I swear by these. We use these for milking goats, but we also use them for cleaning. Don't worry, we wash them in between most of the time. I'm gonna go through and just wipe and get any dust particles before anything gets wet. This is my #1 step. Just a dry, oh golly, I'm not tilting the camera up, okay? You're just gonna have to listen to the disdain in my voice to kind of picture what the top of this looks like. Because it'll pick up so much stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And that's only doing half of this. Yeah, these primed boards just hang on to everything. Once I got all that wiped up, I'm gonna go in with one of these doodads. I call it non-toxic cleaning. This might actually have toxic materials in it, but I'm not using any cleaning products to get any of this off. I'm gonna go back through, and this is perfect for scrubbing baseboards. And I mean absolutely perfect. I'm sure you could find like some sort of loofah type alternative. Might be a little rough, although some of them can be kind of soft. I'm sure there's a natural material that could help you do this, but this bad boy is just so satisfying. One swipe. We've already got a lot of darkness happen right here and some right there. And it doesn't just get dust, it actually cleans off dirt as well. So you can kind of see what I'm saying here, all these dark marks. Yeah, that actually might even be the primer coming out. You can see the nail hole, like these were never cleanly done, which is really unfortunate. But these floors are peeling up like crazy, so we're gonna have to replace all of them sooner than we would like to, so we can go back through and redo some of this. Super fun, just, you know, spend a little bit more money. No big deal. But now you can see on here, that's a decent amount of dirt for a tiny little space. Of course, this is not cleaned, probably has not been cleaned since we moved in. And this is not a high traffic area, but I use the flour multiple times a week. So you can tell that this just, I'm glad it got a little love. What you can do if you want at this point is you can go back through with a non-toxic spray like Branch Basics. And one of these, again, I just love how grippy these are, and they just get all the little cracks and crevices and get things a lot cleaner than a traditional paper towel would, in my opinion. But since I'm far too excited about loading up those containers with flour, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I think it's okay. I think it's gonna be fine. And if you're screaming at me watching this, you could just scream at me in the comments. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm just too excited. I've held out for this long and I have not put them together. And I blame you. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much am I gonna regret? Oh no! Broken nail. Doing this on my kitchen floor. I'll find out in just a second. That wasn't bad. Look at that. That 5-gallon bucket was almost full. That thing's about halfway. I could definitely fill that up more. It'd be really heavy and hard to move, but I could absolutely fill that up more.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's bringing me so much joy. And it looks so nice too. And then a scoop with measurements on the side. Shut your mouth. Keep out the devil. Yeah, it just attracts all the dust though. See, not bad at all. You can hardly tell. We're just gonna leave that for now, just in case they make a bigger mess. Or track it all over the kitchen, you know, who knows. And open up one of the smaller ones to see if I can indeed fit 2 over here, if that was my original plan, or all these are going in the pantry.
Are you gonna paint it?
Yes! I'm sure that's gotta sit flat.
The most satisfying part.
Thanks for being my hangman, lady.
Yeah, girl.
I'm gonna break another nail. I did! This manicure is toast. Oh, and these also go with scoops. And the little grates, I'm assuming for like a charcoal filter or something like that you can slip up top to keep things freshly fresh. But I don't know what I'm putting in these yet. This is gonna get all-purpose flour. I could put salt in one of these. I just don't know if I want to keep it out here, but I do like how 2 of these look. I put salt in one and sugar in the other, I think, but I don't have any sugar to put in at the moment, at least not that much. So maybe I go put together the other ones and make an assessment of what I might need or what I'll be using them for. Bread flour, all-purpose flour, salt and sugar could be really great, but I also have like a mason jar of salt right up here because that's what we use for our coffee every day. I say salt, I meant sugar. So it doesn't make sense to have bulk here and bulk right up there. It would make more sense to put it in the other room. But I like how these look. It looks so much better once it's filled out properly. And in here, it's still mostly clean. Some stuff just like congregate on the floor. We've got our jasmine rice. We've got our Boreo in here, I think, which is probably enough for one of the bigger containers. Oh gosh, you can tell the baby got to it. Stinker. And then 55 pounds of all-purpose flour in here. So obviously that, at least one of those, maybe even both of, maybe the little bag and that bag can go into the other big bin. Which then means I have 2 other big bins that are left over that we could just put something in. Not quite sure what we're gonna put in that just yet. That I think will also go in a big bin. I just need to figure out where we're gonna put those in here. The plan was to put the small ones, or a couple of small ones in here because they'll fit. So why did I get 4? I really hope my husband doesn't watch this video because I can't figure out why I got the amount that I got. Oh, I think this needs to go. Because then we could put some right there. Because we can't put it over here, otherwise this fridge won't open. And I can't break that down because it's like 3 different chunks and those don't even fit on the shelves. And we'd have to like take the shelves apart to be able to readjust the heights. And Mama is not doing that. Today's not that day, okay? It's not happening. So maybe we put those shelves or those baskets on the shelves. I don't know. And I also cleared out a bunch of these because there was evidence of critters. Yeah, this is perfect. Let's just put those right on the blankets next to the overturned basket. Okay. I also could probably do one right here. Just like park it. Oh, what's this? Oh, shells. Oh, look. Shells. I've reached the phase where it stops being fun and starts being stressful. I don't want to do it anymore. Can I just like pretend? Pretend it's all done? Also, I really need to do my hair. I promise it's clean. It just looks crazy. I did a blow dry on it and then didn't follow through with any styling. But I want my hair to look nice for tomorrow, so today I'm gonna curl it and so I only have to touch it up tomorrow. Until then, you just get troll Jamie. Do you like how I put it right in the same exact spot that was dirty before? Just in case. I am shocked by how much these hold. What is in my phone? So many dog hairs. This still has, I don't know, another 2-3 inches that I could go up, and I probably could build it up towards the back. And this was probably 2/3 of the way full. This is a 3-gallon bucket, so it's probably 2 gallons worth of salt that fit in here, and I could probably go another half gallon, if not full gallon, if I strategically placed it in here. That's crazy, and it still moves easily, and I can pick it up. I think the biggest downfall of these right now is how obscenely hard it is to put the lids on and take them off. But I guess that's a good thing, because then stuff's not getting out, you know? We're in. And now I can just bloop. Oh, look at the satisfying nail click. It makes me so happy. Okay, I got about 15 minutes before I gotta go grab baby and put her down for a nap. All 4 kids are playing outside together. My heart's gonna burst. It's just gonna break into tiny little pieces because it's so cute. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna force myself to at least bag up the jasmine rice and the arborio rice, maybe even these shells in one of the smaller containers. Just get it done, because then afterwards I can do my hair and do all those things after baby's put down. Because I try not to use hot tools if she's conscious. I know that's a luxury, not every mom can say that, but like, if I can, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? So let's get those last 2 big ones put together. Big ones, little ones. This feels like it should be a big one. That looks like a lot. And that looks like a small one. And that can go the other room. Okay, so I just need to put together 1 big one. I get 1 small one right here, and then the flour can go the other room. Let's go. Whoop. Oh dear. Ah. I definitely should have gone for a smaller container for that one. Oh well. That definitely was not enough. You can see it on the sides to warrant using a big bin, but it's already in here. It's fine, it's just rice. That's perfect. My daughter made her own sensory bin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Oh, that is very satisfying. I see why she did what she did. Let's do this. That's really nice. Anyone seen Bridesmaids? Shoot, that's fresh. Yeah, I took all my nails off. Couldn't do it. Satisfying nail tap. Nothing but nubs. So now I think I'm gonna get this somewhere in here. Although I'm feeling really convicted about putting their arborio in that one, like I should move it over already, but I'm not going to. Not yet.
The keys showed up for my truck toolbox, and it worked.
I didn't know they were missing.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh dear. And this is why we moved that activity outside. No, 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 no. Nope. Nope. Wow. Don't touch, please. That held 50, no problem. In fact, I have a couple of bags, I have a little bit left. You could probably toss in here too.